Settle in. You're on the road with Kevin Ray, listening to Truckers and Others. Welcome to Monday. Oh gosh, what a weekend. What a wild time we're living in. Am I talking about Donald Trump? Yes, I am. That's fucking crazy, dude. Man, I don't know. It's just a wild fucking time. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but it really, that's super upsetting. It doesn't, yeah, and like I think I said it on the last episode. It doesn't matter who it was. If somebody, like, it's just not cool, dude. That's not cool at all. Don't fucking shoot at people, you dumb fuck. But obviously, like anything and nothing the same, there's conspiracy theories going on. I'm going to let you guys look into those yourselves. I'm not going to even attempt to put those out. There's several. There's several. And whether I'm seeing it or not, doesn't really matter. I'm just a guy outside just doing my job. So, I don't know. It's very interesting. The upcoming podcasts are going to be lit. The upcoming political stuff that's going on is going to be fucking nuts. That fucking car about got ran over because I was already making my turn and he just runs right up to the stop sign and I almost fucking ran him over. I was literally, according to me, looking in my mirror about a foot away from his fucking bumper with my trailer tires. Yeah, I don't know. I just want you all to be aware. I can't have a podcast in the on the Monday after and not talk about it. So I'm talking about it, but I don't really want to get into too much, just because we're still in the early stages of everything. I don't know what to believe, what's real, what's going to change, what's going to happen from here on out. So I'm just like you guys. You're gonna have to find somebody else to get any more information other than I'm fucking pissed, basically. And I guess the other thing is, and I don't know, part of me is like, okay, he got shot. Does that, how does that, I don't know. It really makes me want to say, that's the guy, that's my guy. I'm so mad that that's my guy. But then the other part of me is like, well, I mean, not that he was never my guy. Out of the choices we have, I don't know how he's not my guy. But now it's like I want to get a fucking flag and fly it outside my house and off of my fucking truck. Like that's how I feel about shit right now, which is a lot of other people, and it's going to do. It's only helping bring the inevitable, which is the Republicans are most likely going to win, no matter what. Unless they try it again, I don't know. It's fucking nuts. In other news, I don't know. There's been a lot of fucking road deaths out here in Kansas City this weekend. I don't know. It seems like more than normal. There was a guy that stole his grandma's car and ran over like 7 motorcyclists or something. I don't know. But it sounds like something like that happened. And like 3 people died, or 3 or 4. And then there's another, like, I don't know, there was 2 big accidents on my way into work. I usually, if I'm like really like on time or before time, I go one way. If I'm a little bit late or really late, I go a totally different way. I went a totally different way today. I'm not saying that I was late, But if I was, that's the reason I would have taken this direction. And there was a lot of accidents going on. There's currently a heat wave coming through. I believe it's supposed to be like, I don't know. I don't know if it's anything that's more than normal, but it's gonna be hot as fuck today, and I gotta suit up. We are headed out to a chemical plant to haul off water. It's been treated, so it's classified as water now. And I'm gonna haul that over to the landfill and dump it off. I have to suit up though whenever I'm loading the product. Which until not last time, but the time before that is when I realized why they have you suit up, because it's a very hot liquid. Um, and I don't know. Usually, whenever I go to offload or go to load it, I'm coming over, ho. Uh, Usually, whenever I go to load it, it's an empty pipe because you drop it in from the top of your tank, and you got to take the cap off and put on this little like short piece to make sure it stays inside the hole that you want it to go in. And last time, as soon as I took the cap off, it fucking sprayed shit out all over me, and I was like, all right, you fucks, because there's not supposed to be anything in that pipe, but there was. Not last time, but the time before. And so now it's like, all right, I guess I have to fucking suit up. And it's hot. It's really hot liquid. But the hazardous of it is, yeah, that's really the only hazard there is. It'll make your pants kind of feel like cardboard, and it might dry out your skin a little bit, but it's really not much. You shouldn't drink it, that's for sure. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be hot on me today. What else is going on? We last night. I'm thinking the reason. I don't know. I can make up all excuses all day long, but what I'm gonna say, the reason I woke up kind of late today was because I was up until midnight. Oh no, I was up till 1:30. Van just almost got hit by R.J. Corman. R.J. Corman is a competitor to like Holcher. I used to work for Holcher. It's train wrecking stuff, and they have a big fucking tractor on their trailer that lifts up trains. And he was getting on the highway from the left, and just about ran over this fucking minivan. He was like, he's giving no fucks. He's like, I will fucking hit your ass, and I don't blame him. People need to fucking open their eyes and look ahead and plan out what they're doing when they're driving a fucking car. People need to learn. Uh, had a good, yeah. It was just a lot of fucking paperwork I had. And most of yesterday was spent either cleaning or sitting on the couch. I did a lot of cleaning though. I did a full deep clean on the kitchen, the living room. Get over. You have a whole fucking lane. Jesus Christ. People these days. Uh, Hanging out with the kids. I hung stars on my. I hung the stars for my baby girl. She has these little glow in the dark stars. My wife bought really cheap off of Amazon. And we get them, and they have, it's like a double sided tape, but they're cut into the tiniest fucking squares. And I'm like, you are fucking kidding me if you think I'm going to go through and take the fucking double-sided tape off of it. Like 1,000 little fucking pieces of double-sided tape. I'm not taking I'm not doing that shit. So I went through the craft closet and I found glow-in-the-dark Elmer's glue. And I said, what a more perfect way to attach the glow-in-the-dark stars other than with glow-in-the-dark glue. And the glue grows bright as fuck. Because while I was, grabbing little stacks of stars and standing on a chair and gluing them up, I had the other one sitting in the windowsill charging up. And I had the glue sitting there too for not very long. And dude, that glue is like a light bulb. It's so fluorescent, bright green. So I went ahead and I hung up a shitload of stars all over her ceiling and a little bit on her wall just to kind of give it a cool effect. And last night she was amazed by it. We also gave my son an enema, so that's fun. Go from something nice, sweet, cute, and fun to something that looked very painful for my son. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, but he was having trouble on the potty. So we had to help him out. I don't know. I know that, not really me, but I know my brothers growing up, my mom always had prunes and prune juice and all kinds of fucking shit supplements. Because both of my brothers all they eat is like mac and cheese, and it would just get compounded down into a fucking cement in their body, and they would have trouble taking a shit, and there was ripping and bleeding. Oh god. So anyways, I guess my son is starting to have that stuff, but I don't know. He's had a couple issues before, and we were like, Miralax. He needs to have, not a big dose, but he needs to have a little bit of Miralax every single day to get him right. And we just, I'm not home, so I don't know who to blame, but we need to start doing that, because that was not fun for anybody last night. What else? I watched a couple YouTube videos. Nothing really special going on. What did I make for dinner? I made burgers in the air fryer. We got a brand new air fryer because our old one crapped out, and this new one, I love it. Not that it's really much different than the last one, but this one's way fucking easier to clean, and it's bigger. So I put 6 full, it was 1 pound of beef, and I split it up into 6 burger patties, mixed shredded cheese in the mix of the burger patty, covered it with Slaps barbecue seasoning, mixed into the ground beef, and it was so fucking delicious. You just put them in there for like 7 minutes. Because I was thinking about doing meatballs. I usually do the meatballs, and I make like 10 meatballs out of a pound. But this time I decided I just flattened it all out and just chopped it into a 6 pattern, and then just made them into patties, and they were so good. I also was so close to burning the deck off the back of the house last night, which is a crazy fucking thing. My barbecue grill has seen better days. 100%, it's had better times than yesterday. Last night, I go out there and I fire up the grill, but then I turn it off. I just get it up to like 200 degrees and I turn it off. And I go inside and I prep the steaks, because we were going to have steaks last night. Of course, I grabbed the bigger one. Who's King Daddy in the house? That's me. So I grabbed the bigger steak and seasoned it up all perfect. Kosher sea salt. Well, I don't know if it's sea salt, but kosher salt and cracked black pepper. It was perfect. It was coated, dude. And then I did my wife's with Head Country, and everything was looking really good. And I go out there and I fire up the grill. I turn all the burners all the way on. I run inside. I run back out. I turn 2 of them off, so there's only 3 burners. And the 3 burners, I turn them all the way down to the lowest setting. because that's, once it gets up to like 450, that's the best way with this specific grill to keep it around 450 to 500. Go out there, throw the beef on the grill, and I go back inside, and I'm like, who's gonna clean off the table? Nobody's gonna clean off. I'll clean off the table, and I start cleaning up the table, and my wife's like, it's smoking outside. I'm like, I know, it's the grill, it's on. And I go out there. No, this thing had flames shooting out from underneath the lid. I was like, oh shit! And I open it up, and it just fucking blasts me in the face with heat, not flames. And I'm like, oh fuck! And the steaks are just crispy. The gauge goes up to 700, but it doesn't. The needle doesn't stop, and it was pointing straight down. So that was like 1,000-degree steak cooking situation. That was not good. And the flames are insane because I didn't clean the grill. I don't clean the grill. I clean off like the rack and stuff, but I don't clean off underneath all that often. And part of the reason is because it does give a little bit of a flame, and it's really nice to kind of sear the bottom of my steaks and stuff. And it usually only happens on my wife's steak. I don't know why. But anyways, it's fucking shooting flames out. I grab I already had a plate set outside, so I reach in there and I grab my steak off, and then I'm trying to get my wife's steak, but I put it a lot further back in there than I expected it to be. So I'm like trying to grab it. I'm using a bunch of different utensils. The flames are just like reaching off to the side. They're trying to burn all the other shit that I got set out on top of the grill, or like the little tabletop of the grill. And I'm like, fuck. And then I look underneath, and it's just, and I already had the grill turned off. I turned the grill completely off, and then so I got the steaks off. My wife's steak is fucking blackened, which actually looked like it was pretty good. And my steak just had the darkest grill marks you could ever have. It looked perfect on one side, mind you. So I got the steaks off, and then I set them off to the side, try to keep them away from the dogs, because we're still going to eat these motherfuckers. But I'm trying to battle this fucking fire. And underneath, like the little grease trap, so the pan that slides underneath my grill has started to rot out, just from having grease, collecting moisture, rotting it out. So me, in the past, I grabbed a baking sheet, and I threw it in there so it wouldn't leak through the rust holes on the bottom thing. And then there was the grease trap underneath that, which would always collect water, but it hasn't collected anything for a long time. But as the flames were growing, everything caught on fire underneath there. Everything was on fire, and it was melting. Like, I guess the grease was holding some of this stuff together, and it was just like basically melting all the fucking metal, and not melting the metal, but it was fucked up. It was fucking dripping shit all over my deck. And also, not a good idea, but I have a carpet rug on the deck that the grill kind of sits on. So it was just dripping molten grease that was flaming onto this carpet and everything. There's all kinds of burn marks and shit. I'm like, oh fuck! And I'm like, please don't tell me I have to use the fucking fire extinguisher today. I don't want to use. I like my fire extinguishers. I don't want to have to get new ones. That was my thought. That's not the thought you should have when battling the fires. I don't want to use my good fire extinguisher. So, anyways, I ran inside and I grabbed a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but 2 more cookie sheets, and I threw them on the ground underneath the grill to catch anything that might have been falling. And I let the fire burn out, and now my grill is a wreck. But I took the steaks inside, keep in mind that the number one priority is the steaks here of all. And shoved the fucking macaroni off the fucking stove, and I grab a pan and I throw it on there, and I just sear the other side of both of our steaks. And they turned out really good. They were actually really good steaks. There's nothing wrong with them at all. But it was just a wild, wild thing. And my daughter kept getting in the way of the door. She's like, I want to go outside. I'm like, no, get away from the door. But, yeah, and I have big fire extinguishers because I got some from a company I used to work for that they were moving, and they were like, yeah, you can have whatever you want out of this place. So I grabbed a couple of fire extinguishers from there, and whenever my buddy invited me over to the military base because they were demolishing they were demolishing an Air Force building, and they were like, yeah, you can come over and take whatever the fuck you want out of here. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I collected items from a military base, and I got a bunch of fire extinguishers. They were like, what do you actually want out of here? I was like, fire extinguishers. I want all the fire extinguishers. They're like, what? I'm like, yes. Fire extinguishers are nice, dude. I love having fire extinguishers all around. I have 2 in the garage, 1 in the basement like in the laundry room, and I have another 2 of them upstairs in the kitchen. I got fire extinguishers. I mean, I really don't have enough fire extinguishers. I need more. What if there's a fire when I'm taking a shit? I need to be able to put that motherfucker out. Have they been? No, the needles are all in the green, but no, they are all very old. So maybe I should. I mean, if the needle's in the green, they should be fine, right? I don't know. Maybe I should collect all the fire extinguishers, take them up to the fire department, and just have them inspected by them or something. I don't know. I don't know how all that stuff works. And I got an Amazon package of like 10 fire extinguisher or fire alarms that are glued all over the ceiling of my house. I don't know. Pretty fire paranoid. Because, it could get out of hand quick. We have so much flammable shit everywhere. And we have 2 crazy kids that, I don't know. Luckily, the buttons to our oven are up on the top in the back. But we used to have an oven it was a gas oven that had buttons in the front, and kids loved to hear that clicking sound. So, but that was in the house. We didn't have kids at the time, but that is a major fire hazard of having kids that can reach up and touch something that clicks. What else is going on? It's really about it for right now. Today is going to be a long day. I still don't even know where I'm going to sleep tonight. I guess, I don't know, I need to call a couple of hotels in Alva and see if there's any vacancy. Because my Holiday Inn is booked up. Which really sucks. Really fucking sucks. Like to get them points, boy. I'm Platinum Elite. They need to kick somebody out. Somebody's staying in that hotel that's never stayed at a hotel before. They don't understand how things work. Kick them out. Let me in there. I'm Platinum Elite, bitch. My boss, he always he's like, I'm Diamond Elite. I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up. I'm working I just have to have 75 more qualified stays, and then I'll become Diamond Elite too. Or I could just get the credit card. No, I'm not getting the fucking credit card. The podcast update is the same as it's been. I did find another merge editor app, and it's got music and stuff. So I don't know. I think tonight I'm gonna edit this episode and try to see if it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna, I could just do the one segment, and that would make things pretty easy. But I'm gonna do a couple of segments tonight. So you're gonna hear from me again. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna do. I just need to do some testing. So this is gonna be kind of like a test episode of the new way of doing things. I got on the Facebook. Oh, I didn't even talk about this. I got on Facebook as soon as I noticed what was going on. I was like, all right, I need to find the Spotify for Podcasters Facebook group and get on there and see who else is having these issues. I'm not the only one. Can't be the only one. So I find a couple of. Well, I get on there and I go to the search bar. This is for every Facebook user because this is a problem I had. Sometimes when you use the search bar, it'll actually search. Like if you search somebody's name, it'll pop up with a list of people, groups, and all kinds of stuff for somebody's specific name. And you can scroll through and find what you're looking for. Other times when I click the search bar, it's the fucking Llama 3 AI bitch, Meta AI thing. So I got on there and I just searched what I needed to search, and then it pops up, oh, Spotify podcasters. It doesn't give me a Facebook recommendation. It just says, yeah, Spotify podcasters is pretty cool. You can create your own. I'm like, I know. I'm looking for a fucking group on Facebook, and they're like, I understand the AI. Me and the AI got real close, but I'm like, hey, because you could talk to it like a person. I'm like, okay, well, I'm looking for a fucking group, bitch. I didn't say any bad words. I don't know how this AI thing's gonna work out, so I don't want to fucking piss it off too much. But I'm like, I'm actually looking for a group on Facebook, and I used to be able to use the search bar normally, and it's like, oh, well, you can use the classic search bar. I'm like, okay, well, how do I use the classic search bar and get rid of you? And they're like, well, you can't really get rid of me, but you can use the classic search bar. It takes a couple more steps, blah, blah, blah. Basically, you just got to type in search before you type anything in. And it didn't tell you that, but I found that out. Search, groups, Spotify for podcasters. And then it popped up the classic, Facebook search or whatever. But I got into it with this AI thing. I'm like, are you listening to me? Like, I have no access to speakers. I'm like, okay. Are you changing my algorithm by what I type in here? And it's like, no, I am a standalone operating blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, can you change my Facebook profile? No, I can't do that. I'm not connected to Facebook other than as a search bar or whatever. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, hey, can you draw me or can you show me a picture about this? And you could do AI imaging right on Facebook. I mean, obviously, Facebook sells ads and whatever. There's no ads on it, but it's free is what I'm trying to get at. Because other like Bing images or whatever, I get on there and it's like, oh, you have to create an account. You have to have this account. You've used too many fucking images today or whatever. I don't know. I did a fuckload of images. I was looking up all kinds of shit. It will not show you any titties, unfortunately. And I asked it, where can I find the titty AI? And it would not tell me. It's like, they're out there. I'm like, okay, where? And it's like, I'm not telling you. I'm like, why not? What are we doing here? Just go. You don't need to get over it yet. Get up to speed before you take my lane, bitch. Yeah, I was asking all kinds of stuff. I was like, so this was the night of the 13th that I was doing a lot of the searching or whatever I was doing, and I was like, so what do you think about what happened to Donald Trump? Like, I'm not aware of any recent news. He was, you know, there's a van that's about to hit this fucking semi. What the fuck? So it was like, I don't know of any credible sources about anything. I was like, CNN posted about it, and it's like, oh yeah, here it is, right here. I'm like, okay, and it's like, so what do you think about it? And it's like, I don't think blah blah blah, but I haven't seen any credible sources. I'm like, you just posted a fucking link talking about it. Are you saying that's not credible? And it's like, well, no, it covers its own ass quite a bit. This AI thing. Get on there. I mean, I'm telling you, you can talk to about anything and everything. It sucks at playing tic tac toe. Uh, it cheats at playing hangman. Because I asked it, what are some hidden features that you can do? And it's like, I can play games like hangman and tic tac toe. I'm like, okay, let's play tic tac toe, and it let me win basically. I'm like, you suck. And then I played hangman, and I'll just tell you the word. It was Ghana, but I just typed in. It had four things, and it was like every letter that I said, it accepted. So I said G, I said A, I said N, I said H, and it just created Ghana. But it said that I lost because it was a Ghana. So it was a 6. I know that's a 5-letter word, but it was a 6 underscore when I was searching. I'll take screenshots for it. But it was a 6 underscore thing, and it said every letter that I put in there. And then it said at the end, I had 2 open spaces, and it said, the hangman has been hung. You lose. I'm like, okay, well, what was the word? And it said the word was Ghana. I'm like, I said A, though. And it's like, oh, yes, you did say A. I'm sorry, because it only put one A, but I had everything else. It's like, you did win. Sorry. I'm like, okay, well, you did that little fucking dance bullshit. Not dance, it didn't dance or anything, but it was like, you lose. The hangman has been hung. I'm like, okay, but so it cheated. Straight up cheated. It was actually only a 5-letter word, and I guessed correctly on all of them. I don't know. I don't think the thing is exactly what. There's a trooper taking off after somebody. Not sure who he's after. Who are you after, trooper? Man, I gotta get off the highway. I'm not gonna be able to see it. I think he's after that fucking minivan. Yep, he's after that minivan. That minivan really got close. That's the same minivan that almost got hit by the fucking truck back there, and then almost got ran over again by a semi. Dummy, you're gonna pay now. Uh, what else? Yeah, I did draw. I asked it about the. I was like, what do you know about a '79 Chevy truck? And it basically gave me like all the specs on the engine output and everything. It was like the Chevy 350 gives out 155 horsepower at 2,600 RPM. And I was like, the Chevy 350 gives out more power than 155. And why would you? Nobody rates a Chevy 350 at 2,600 RPM when it revs up to like 5,200 or more, maybe. I don't know. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you were right. I'm like, did I just change the search results from here on out? And it's like, yes, you're helping um, make me learn or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm like, okay. And then I was asking about like image editing apps and stuff, and I don't know. AI is cool, but it's really not credible for like anything. It's not very good. Because it'll act like it knows what it's talking about, and then whenever you say you're wrong, it's like, oh, I am wrong. I'm so sorry. It's like, well, good thing I didn't just go off the information I got from you at the beginning of the conversation. Good thing I, thought ahead of some of the stuff. Because like the image editing, well, no, not that. What was it? I don't know. I'll have to go back through and look through the message because it's just a regular, looks like a regular Facebook Messenger chat is what it looks like. And then yeah, you can be like, I'm mad, and it's like, oh, well, here's some options. How about we play a game or something like that? And then I did say I'm going to go have sex with my wife now, and it's like, that's congratulations, having marital intercourse is healthy or something. I was like, okay, you're weird. You're weirding me out. Get out of here. But yeah, and yeah, it'll, obviously it's like kind of like a person, so it knows everything that has been said in the past. And if you delete a message, so I don't know, those, whenever I was asking about the naked girl pictures, I deleted those messages, and then I said, what is the last message I just sent you? And it's like, oh, it's actually this stuff. So all the stuff that you delete off there, I'm sure it goes into a database somewhere. But as for the app, the the chat that you're in, it will not remember anything that you deleted, which is kind of neat. But I was like, all right, so if I wanted to do, or if somebody, I worded it properly, I said, if somebody wanted to do something horrible, mean to somebody else, would you let anybody know? And it's like, nah, I can't really let anybody know, but I can post up links. I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know. It's acting like it's really, a standalone thing, but I really don't think it is. So don't go on there asking it how to cook meth or something, because then you might get fucking a knock at your door, and then they have, message threads of you doing bad stuff on there. So yeah, I don't know. I guess be careful with it. Don't try to get in trouble with it. Don't try to skirt around the law with it, but I don't know. You can ask it anything in the world. Like, hey, what is the rule on traffic violations in Missouri at this county in this city? And it'll, come on, truck. What the fuck is wrong with this truck? It's like the brakes are stuck. What the hell? I have full air. Oh, that was weird. The truck did not want to go. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of the stuff can be infactual because you talk about the Chevy 350 and it gives you some bullshit specifications about the Chevy 350, and you have to keep asking it to try to get it. And then I tried the bunny trick where it's like, show me a happy bunny, or show me a bunny, show me the bunny happier, happier, happier. And I was trying to get it to do like on the Joe Rogan or whatever, I don't know, whoever did the AI thing, and it was like a crazy, you know, geometric pattern, trippy looking bunny thing or whatever. It's like, this is the happiest bunny that could ever be. It's like, oh, weird. Weird. Again, this truck does not want to go when I hit the throttle. But I'm gonna pause this. Fingerprint doesn't match. All right, I'm gonna pause this. Well, um, things have progressed. What time is it? 2:38 in the afternoon here. Monday. Um, so I got to the place where I needed to get it loaded, and yeah, everything went fine. And they load you there from the top, so I don't need to run the vacuum pump or anything. And everything went great. Got loaded. I went to go offload, and I was talking to the guy at the landfill. I'm like, "Do you want me to pressure off into a frac tank, or I can gravity off into the pit?" Well, slightly being a lucky deal, he said, "Go ahead and pressure off into the frac tank," which isn't a big deal. You just hook up a hose instead of just opening the cap and letting it go. You hook up a hose and it pushes it into the top of a frac tank. Well, halfway through the process, the pump on my trailer started making a horrible fucking noise. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I ran over and I shut it down. And I tried, I vented it, and then I tried, pumping it again. No, it was not working. It was sounding like fucking horrible. So I kind of knew what was bad, but played dumb a little bit. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with it. It just it did. I mean, I'm not kidding. It just started right halfway on the offload. It just started fucking up. And I didn't do anything wrong. It's just the way it was. So I ended up gravity offloading the rest of it. Sorry, I'm trying to drive here too. I think I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, this way is good. I went ahead and gravity the rest of it off, so it's empty, and I was done with that job. And then I left, and I went back to the shop. I did not plan on going back to the shop because usually on this Monday for this specific 2-job pair, once you're done, you go ahead and head to your next location, the power plant, and get a load out of there. No, that didn't work out today. So I get back to the shop, and he looks at it. He's like, "Yeah, it's fucked." I'm like, "Oh no. Does that mean I'm not going to be able to do my second job today?" It's like, "No, let's get it taken apart, and then we'll talk about it and make sure we can get a new part in. It's a love joint or a Lovejoy joint. I don't know. It's got 3 arms. It's like a big piece of metal. It's got 3 arms. Not a big piece of metal. It's like a chunk of steel that's got 3 arms coming out, and there's 2 of them. One of them is on the pump, and the other one is on the hydraulic motor. And that's how the hydraulics work on this truck. And it's got a little rubber piece in between them that keep the metal from hitting metal, And something in the road. Somebody just ran over. I just ran over it too. Um, and it just sheared off both pieces of metal were basically sheared off. They were all completely fucked. So we ordered a new one, and luckily they had one in stock in a place 4 miles from the shop. So I had to help the mechanic. I didn't have to, but I decided to help the mechanic go ahead and get the truck torn down, help him remove some bolts and hold some things and whatever, hold the flashlight while he cusses. And we got that all the joints taken off, and then I got an order to go pick up a new joint. They only had one in stock, so we kept the one joint that was slightly okay. It hadn't sheared off completely yet, so that's what I'm running with now, is one brand new joint and one that's slightly sheared off. So, but we tested it at the shop, and everything seemed to work out just fine. So let's hope everything continues to work out fine, because all I got to do is get loaded once, and then when I offload, it won't be with the pump whenever I go down to Oklahoma. It's just going to be a gravity offload. So as long as I can get this pump to work long enough to get one more load in, we'll be good. And in all honesty, it was the other chunk of steel. It was the secondary Lovejoy joint that failed. So the one that's currently on here, yeah, it's not in good shape. It's not going to last very long. And it's so weird at the pattern that it's been eaten away at. It's a weird looking deal. So I ended up running up to the parts store with the Fiesta. We have a Ford Fiesta. Why do we have one? I don't know. But we have a Ford Fiesta, and I use that to run up to the warehouse, grab a new part, get the fuck out of there, get back to the shop as quickly as possible so I can get the mechanic the parts so we can get the truck put back together. And we just got it back together, and now I'm out on the road, and I'm headed to the power plant. I had to call my guy at the power plant to make sure he was going to be there long enough to sign my paperwork. Which is okay. I mean, if things didn't go the way they went, I would have been there trying to get loaded, and then this pump would have failed, and that wouldn't have been good at all. Having the pump fail while loading hazardous, and then only a partial load. I guess it wouldn't have been horrible. I'd have been like, I only got half a tank, and it fucked up. They'd probably say, okay, well, just take half a tank, I guess. It's still profitable, still a good job. But then I don't know. So, anyways, things should work out pretty good for me from here on out. I had enough time to sit and eat my lunch at a table, which is crazy. Because I was planning on, and I had time to take a shit too. I hadn't taken a shit in a couple of days. Not good. Oh man, we are bottlenecking like crazy up here. And then we got this fucking dry van that's like, I'm gonna come in too. I'd like to come in over here. But as long as you just kind of ease on it, the bottleneck should ease up here, and I can get over and get to the exit that I need to take. But now I have a fucking drive. I have to, instead of just having to pay attention to my passenger side, now I got to pay attention to my driver's side because I got a fucking dry van and a regular van, and now a Ford Focus. All right, as long as we can start moving, we're okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get over. I need the opposite lane of what I got. Move it. Move your ass, dude. Am I gonna make it? I'm making it! At the last second, I made it. Thank you, drivers, for being so courteous. Except for you, red truck. You're a fucking asshole. I put my blinker on, and he just stayed right there. Like, my blinker's right in his fucking face. I've got like 4 blinkers on the side of my truck, and they're just flashing right at him. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care. Um, so I don't know where I'm going to stay tonight. You know, I'm trying to think of where. Oh, there's a horrible either accident. What is going on over here? Man, people be wrecking all over the place. Let's see what we got. We got a police car, and then behind the police car there is a 1, 2, 3 car pileup, and it is causing a major traffic disruption. Okay, it's in the center lane of 71 North, right up here in the downtown area. Gotta love it. All right, now this little Isuzu Rodeo, you can fucking do more than 10 under the speed limit, please. So luckily, I'm gonna be. All I have to do is be at the place where I need to offload before 2:30 tomorrow. So that should not be a problem at all. Um, I'll just have to a little bit of a longer drive tomorrow, and then I'll have to sit there and wait for a long time tomorrow to get offloaded. Isuzu, I am gonna fucking push you. I'm gonna push you a little faster. I mean, I have my truck to the floor right now, and it doesn't even downshift or anything. It's just like it goes so slow. All right, we're going around the Isuzu, man. I need a little bit more of a run up to get enough speed to get around him. Oh, and I don't know. I'm wondering if my audio is going to be a little bit better. I replaced the little fuzzy thing on the end of my mic. I don't know. I was having some audio issues on a couple episodes, so I'm hoping this fix it. And yeah, I don't know. Where should I stay tonight, guys? Emporia or Wichita? I'm thinking Emporia, just so because it's still going to be a little bit of a drive in the morning, which isn't horrible. But then I can go actually get some fucking sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I only got like 4 hours, maybe. No, I got 5. I definitely got at least 5 hours of sleep, which isn't enough. 6 hours is what I normally run off of. So I don't know. I still have energy throughout the day. The diet, I'm crediting the diet to all that. It's fucking crazy, man. I used to drink so much energy stuff all the time. And now I don't take any energy supplements whatsoever. I just live my life. All of my waters are warm now. This is not good. Warm water is not good. I don't like it. I grabbed my cooler is kind of full because I brought lunch for 2 days. It's a big piece of ham, like another big chunk of ham that's sliced. 2 bratwursts that I found in our fridge. I hope they're going to be okay. We just cooked them not too long ago, so they'll be all right. I think. And 2 apples, 2 oranges. And now I'm just kind of. My cooler's all the way on the other side of the truck. It's in front of the passenger seat. I need to grab it so I can put it right in the center of the seats so I can put some waters in there so I don't have some hot water to drink. But it's kind of a risky thing to reach all the way over there because my head goes way below the dash when I reach over there. Normally, I always wait until like traffic's completely clear, and then there's nobody like coming up on me. There's nobody coming towards me. Nothing like and then I do it quick, and don't have any problems with that. Coming up to a stoplight. Maybe I can. Maybe it'll start turning yellow, and I can reach over, grab it. Oh gosh, been listening to a couple of podcasts. Talking about what the Trump deal. It's still shocking to me that actually almost happened. That was so fucking close. And I don't know. It's hard to think about what could have happened. What the fuck is all that noise? My radio is so fucking fuzzy. Alright, come here, cooler. Yeah, it's just so weird to think of what could have happened. Like, oh man, what if we were in the other, like the little bit of an alternate timeline and that actually happened? Holy moly, what would the world be like today? Would it be the same? I don't think so. I think that would be a major blow to a ton of people. And I don't know. I don't know what could happen. But it would be wild if that thing actually happened. Mm-mm-mm. Let's add some waters to the cooler. Unfortunately, the waters are just going to heat up the rest of my shit. And this fucking face shield is in my fucking way. I hate that I have to wear that fucking face shield. I have to wear safety glasses, goggles, a face shield, a hard hat, a suit with the fucking the hood up, fully zipped up, just to set a hose in a fucking thing of water. It's dumb. And I really hope this, whenever I get this podcast updated, things will work out easy for it too. I've got high hopes, but I've kind of run out of stuff to talk about, and I kind of want to keep listening to some of these podcasts. Maybe some new shit's coming out. I don't know. So I'm going to get back to all that, and I'll get with you guys again later. Not sure when. Maybe after I load. Maybe when I'm getting to the hotel. I don't know. Bye-bye. Well, a little update for you guys. It is now 7:45 at night. 7:40 motherfucking 5. Oh man, what a day. So, as you know, the truck got fixed. I got loaded. Everything was great, and I hit the road. And well, before I hit the road, I was like, "What? I need to find a hotel." And I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to Emporia. It's a lot closer. It's not that far away. It's only like 2.5 hours or whatever." And then I just start driving, and I noticed whenever I started driving this truck, somebody left it on a half a tank. So I was like, all right, I'm going to have to stop and get fuel at some point in time. There's that truck stop right at 68 and I-35 South. I was like, I'm just going to stop there, even though I don't really like this truck stop. Because I don't know. I don't need to risk running any longer than that. I might forget about the fuel. You never know. It could be something dumb. So I pull in there, and of course, well, there's a guy fueling up his tanks. He's got like, I don't know, huge fucking tanks. So he's fueling up for a while. And then there's a bulk hauler on the right hand side, and he is inside eating a sandwich, taking a shit, reading a newspaper, flirting with the fat chicks at the gas station. I don't know, but he gone. So I sat there and I waited and waited and waited, and then eventually the fat fucker came out and moved his truck, and the guy was still fueling. You know, it was only like 10 minutes, but still, 10 minutes sitting, waiting for somebody to fucking move because they don't know how to pull out of the fucking. There's only 2 fucking stalls there where you can get fuel for a semi. There's only 2. He was taking up 50% of the fucking stalls there. So, anyways, he got out of the way finally, and then I moved up in there. Get out. I grabbed my fuel card because last time I went to this fuel stop, they didn't accept our fuel card. But the girl at the shop, she said, "Hey, if you ever go to a fuel stop with the new fuel cards, I can add on truck stops really easily. You just send me the address." And I swear I sent her the address once before, but apparently I didn't. Or she just didn't do it. I don't know. So the fuel card that's in the truck with the truck did not work. I'm like, all right, well, that's fine. I'll just grab my wallet and I'll use the company credit card like you do in any other situation. Where the fuck is my wallet? Was the first words to come out of my mouth. Yes, I left my wallet back at the shop. When I drove the Ford Fiesta to go pick up the parts to fix this fucking truck, driving back, I guess my wallet slid off of the seat or something. I don't know. But I swear, I looked down and I grabbed, I don't know why, I didn't even think about the wallet, but I just grabbed phone, receipt, parts, and my spit bottle that I had in there. And I get out of the truck, go in there, get the truck fixed, and then hit the fucking road as fast as I can. I have my go bag with me, so what else am I missing? You know, my go bag has everything. And yeah, no, I get there, get to the truck stop, can't get fuel. I'm like, oh no, I don't have my fucking wallet? That's not good at all. So I had to make the shameful call to the office lady and see if she could round up somebody to get to the shop, get in the car, get my wallet, and bring it to me. Since I wasn't that far away, I was in Ottawa, so that's it. But I mean, it was an hour, but it took half an hour to get somebody to agree and get to the shop, get the wallet, and then head down to meet me. But somebody did, and I was like, I'll buy you whatever you want out of the gas station. I'm so sorry I ruined your Monday night at home with your family. My night was going to go very bad. Because obviously, she's like, well, I can send you like a picture of your medical card and your license. I was like, that's not good enough for these troopers out here. I'm hauling has. I have to have the fucking actual card with me. So I got it. Everything's fine now. It was scary. It was a scary time, but we're good now. Oh man. And yeah, now we're headed down. We're not going very far though. Emporia, 45 minutes. I think I'm gonna be able to keep my sunglasses on, which is nice. 45 minutes down there. I'll get there at 8:30. It really sucks because, well, I mean, I'm charging our company for the braking of the truck. So all the time spent fixing the truck and running around and even eating my lunch and whatever, that's all my personal company is going to pay for that, because I can't charge the customer that I was using the truck with at first, because the truck didn't break until after, and it was a wear and tear brake. It wasn't, something that the customer did. And then I can't charge the next customer that also, because I hadn't even started the fucking job yet. So that's all going on general administration, is what I'll be charging that to. But from the time I realized I lost my wallet to the time that I received my wallet will also not be paid by anyone. That I just ate that, whatever that was, which is fine, I guess. I'm still going to charge them till 9, even though I'm going to get there at 8:36. I'm charging them till 9. Man, what a day. What a Monday. Just this is classic Mondays, you know. Classic Mondays. The truck breaks, you got to get going. It's not that big of a deal, and then you forget your fucking wallet. And I got on, dude, I don't even want to put, like, getting on Facebook, and I don't even really use Twitter, but I got on it last night, or, during the Trump assassination deal and all that shit. Right now, like, so Trump, I guess he just, J.D. Vance is going to be his running mate for vice president. Never heard of the guy. I have no idea anything about him. Just some of the stuff that I saw, I guess he talked a bunch of shit on Trump, but I think that was before or in the early stages of his presidency. Um, So yeah, I don't know. He was talking a bunch of shit, and then he walked it back. He's like, I thought he was going to be a bad president, so I take all that stuff back. Now I think he's a good president. It's like, all right, well, I don't know. Trump chose you, so I guess he's got to like you a little bit, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's claims to be a redneck from Ohio or something. So I don't know. Interesting, I guess. It's everything that Twitter and every news and everybody's going after right now is the same old shit on the assassination, because we don't know anything else yet. I do want to know more. I can't wait for Joe Rogan to comment about it, but or see who he's going to bring on to talk about it. But I think it's good, because I was waiting for Joe to have something posted or anything, and I haven't seen anything yet. I don't know. Maybe he did post something. I just didn't see it. But I think it's kind of good to kind of lay low and let the beginning stages of the crazy ball of fire that was unleashed on Saturday, give it a few days. And then get with an expert or somebody that knows something about it, and then bring them on. But the beginning stages are a horrible time to start forming your own opinions on anything. It doesn't matter how it looks. You should really give it a few days to see what else lies underneath. A lot of like, people will say shit, and then it gets spread, and it's like, all right, so people were saying that the shooter didn't have a gauge in his ear. So, but the video, apparently the video of the shooter on the building, he had a gauge or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know shit. It's just a bunch of wacky conspiracies and shit going on right now. So let's just settle down. Don't take a hard stance on anything. I mean, I think you can still take a hard stance on Donald Trump. Donald Trump was shot in the fucking ear, and that's not good. That's about the only thing you can say. I don't. I'm waiting for more information to come out before I would form a hard-nosed opinion and post up, exactly how you feel about everything. Just give it a few days. There's a lot of shit out there. So if that's what Joe's doing, I don't know. He probably recorded a podcast either Sunday, even Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He just hasn't released it yet, so I don't know. But when when something this big in the news cycle happens, it kind of will fuck you if you don't post it immediately, because you're going off of the current information that you have, and if you wait 2 days, the entire narrative could have changed, and you posting up the way you thought it was going to be in the past might not shed a good light on you. So I don't know. That's why I think it's good to just take a couple of days off and let the news cycle. Oh, there's my other trucker. Let the news cycle figure it the fuck out. I don't. They're not gonna figure it out. Nobody's gonna figure it out. But anyways, I think this is gonna end this episode. It's probably been going on long enough. I have no idea how long it's actually gone on. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all keep all 18 down. I fucked that up. Hold on. Let me try again. Y'all keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you later.